Happy Friday every day, everybody, every day. It should be Friday every day. Rambling every single day. Welcome everybody, Danny Shay here with an angry psychic duck on his head. So, for my new subscribers, thank you for joining in. Fridays for me are usually rambling days. And that means that whatever topic pops into my head, which can be very scary, we'll go with. And it's a lot of squirrel moments, a lot of current events, a lot of spiritual events. Who knows? Who knows? A lot of Mercury retrograde events today. Yikes. Yikes. So, let's get into it a little bit. Why the angry psychic duck? I think it's because of Stephen Colbert. So his show got canceled. He didn't get fired, as Pumpkinhead says. His show got canceled. And they said it's financial. Can I say bullshit? You can say that. Was that Psychic Duck that said that? Oh, angry Psychic Duck. So when I got this hat, I go, why so angry, Psychic Duck? You didn't change your name. It's not Bob. It's still Psychic Duck. And then I found out, Stephen Colbert. I look like a redneck, don't I? An angry psychic redneck. When I was in Missouri, we used to hang our ball caps up on rifle racks in the back of pickup trucks. We did. We didn't have rifles on the back of the pickup trucks. And I always remember seeing those rifle racks. And then I saw Easy Rider. Remember that? Oh my gosh. I don't know why I brought that up. Because I'm rambling. All right, let's get into a little bit of the energies that I'm feeling right now. Using the Tree Keeper's Oracle. The first card I pulled was Keeper of Focus. I went, oh boy, here we go. Sorry, this keeps spinning. Keeper of Focus. I'm like, I could use some of that right now. Keeper of Focus. So as I drop into that energy of focus, using the tree analogy, I drop into the root structure, and it's kind of like the drop into the root structure of a redwood forest. Very shallow roots, all interconnected, all supporting each other. And so even though there's a lot of roots there, it's like all one. So I'm trying to focus on all of that. And when I got into the focus of that, because it's Mercury retrograde, and this is like the third time I've pushed record on this, 3 cards fell from my deck onto the floor. Now I went, Spirit, you want me to say something more? I think it does. The 3 cards that fell on the floor. Keeper of Wishes. Oh, okay. Keeper of Transformation. And Keeper of the Follow-Through. I'm thinking of those 4 cards there. And play along with me on this, because we can rearrange those words in a number of ways. Well, we have focus, wishes, transformation, and follow through. So if we focus on the transformation, we can see the chaos and all of that. If we focus on the wishes, our dreams, what we want to transform into, well, that brings us into a little clearer focus. And then follow through, keep that focus going. So I like the frame of that, where if we stay focused on what we want to create, not the chaos of the transformation, it puts me in a better space. And so, and where I want to see, certainly this transformation, it's chaotic, it's a mess, it feels like it's not compassionate, hurtful, a whole bunch of words. But if I focus on that, then I'm focusing on negative words. So I want to focus on the wishes and the positive outcome I want to see on this. And that's the follow through. Don't drop into the negative. The other card I wanted to use was from my Starseed Oracle deck. And so I pulled that. And this seems to make sense. We are in Earth School. Okay. Life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. Okay. All right. Earth School. And I've gotten that card a lot recently. I just thought it was kind of humorous that it keeps showing up. Why does it keep showing up? Well, because it's part of the follow through. It's part of the focus. I keep focusing in on the wrong things. Let me put these cards away. I'll be right back with politics. Okay, back. I'm using my BLUESKY bowl and my Lightseer's Tarot. And well, let's just first talk about Stephen Colbert. He had a good thing last night. He was using a little hand puppet, and I go, hand puppet. You know, and I had to cut him some slack because he just announced that his show was being canceled. So the reason for that is, well, the wheels behind that transformation were Paramount Corporation is being acquired by Skydance. Now I did a little bit of research on this, so I may have this wrong. But from the research that I did with this, Skydance is owned by this right-wing conglomerate. But the guy who is going to be running Paramount is the son of, and he's not so right-wing, maybe more centrist, maybe, I'm not really sure on this. But either way, they were trying to do this sale, and it had to be approved by the FCC, the Trump administration. And that is why Paramount coughed up $16 billion for the presidential library. Is there ever going to be a presidential library from Pumpkinhead? Can you imagine walking in? It's going to be a great big pumpkin, and you're going to have to walk in through the mouth. Who's going to want to do that? You. Anyway, rambling. So Paramount paid Pumpkinhead $16 million. It was $20 billion that Pumpkinhead sued for. They settled for $16 million. What a deal! And so I think the merger was going to go through. And now that they said we are canceling the show, it's like, oh, that's one more thing. And Trump goes, yes, Stephen Colbert got fired. Well, he didn't get fired. They canceled the show, which means the late night is not running anymore, which means that the David Letterman legacy, and before that, who was before that? I can't remember who was before that. But anyway, all that's gone. And the thing that Stephen Colbert was saying, he goes, you know, I've had the pleasure of working with a good company. He thanked the company. Didn't thank CBS. He thanked somebody else, and I don't know who that was. But it felt like the company that was, you know, sponsoring his show. And then he thanked the band, BLUESKY, and the 200 people that were working in the show. So he's going to be fine. BLUESKY and the band's going to be fine. The workers in Hollywood, I mean, when you work on a show for that long, that your family, that is going to be hard. And immediately I thought Stephen Colbert is going to bring that to a new platform. He's invited here, right? PsychicDuck, say hello to PsychicDuck, everybody. Hello, everybody. Yes, Stephen, if you're listening. Okay, I'm going to talk to him psychically. You're going to talk to Stephen Colbert psychically? Yep. Okay, what are you going to say? Listen. Did you hear it? No. Okay, tap in, focus. Psychically, I'm sending Stephen Colbert an invitation. Do you think he got it? See, he got it. Okay, okay. Stephen Colbert. Let's, somebody asked me to look at the animals leaving Yellowstone. And they have a video of it. All these animals are leaving Yellowstone. I went, really? And so I looked it up and I found out that there was a video on TikTok where all of these bears were leaving. But that wasn't Yellowstone. That was another wild animal park. And so, according to Snoops, wasn't true. But let's just throw some cards on that big volcano that they call Yellowstone. Big caldera. And when that blows, woo, that's going to be a transformation. Well, let me tell you, that's going to be a big transformation. Okay, so let's just pull 6 on Yellowstone. What do we got here? The Lovers. Yellowstone's so beautiful. Hang on, I got to clean my desk. Okay, let's drop this down. Got to get rid of my hat. My Psychic Duck hat. This is funny. And then I just dropped it. I'm sorry. Okay, so Yellowstone, the Lovers. Okay, it's being challenged by the Fool. Going on a new journey. Yellowstone, the Caldera. Major arcanas. So this is big events. Another major arcana. The Hanged Man. Little suspension. Looking at things at a different point of view. Another major arcana. The Hermit. Shining a light on something. Isolation. Ooh. Ooh. Top of the reading. New emotional start. And 9 of Swords. Okay, so this poster this commenter that asked the question, I don't think that, I was getting, that was, a fake video. It wasn't really Yellowstone. However, with Yellowstone, this doesn't feel like it's something that should be dismissed as fake news. This looks, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas with a new emotional start and a lot of worry. So there is cause to be worried about this new journey. And Yellowstone has a lot of, it's such a beautiful place. It's eerily beautiful with all the geysers. I went out there in the winter one year, and it was just spectacular. Snow all over the ground. It was spectacular. But it feels like if this Hermit card is in the past, in the worries in the potential near future, it feels like this Hermit who is isolated by himself may come out in a new journey and cause some concern. Let me just do a little quick shuffle and pull, because I said I was only going to do 6, and pull some outside cards, see what we get. If we're talking geologic time, then it could be years, decades until this is going on. We have the 7 of Wands. This is, to me, fighting windmills, defending oneself, but it's fighting windmills in this deck. So this worry may be unfounded, but externally it's judgment, release. Ooh. When you're talking about a volcano and you get the release of something, hopes and fears that it'll be good for all of us people on this planet, and the final outcome, oh crap. All right, well then, Tower moment. Fighting windmills, maybe not so much with that Tower moment. When I just did the 6 cards, okay, Lord, we're all gonna die. Buckle up. We got judgment coming. Oh, maybe I should just say, for entertainment purposes only. What do you think, Psychic Duck? That doesn't sound like fun to me. No, it doesn't. All right, so, big Tower moment. Yellowstone. Fast. 8 of Wands. Walking away from sorrow. I'm not sure what to do with this information. Again, it's geologic time. So what does fast mean? Geologic time. Is it my life? Is it the next generation's life? I don't know. There is a lot of worry about it, and it feels like Yellowstone is saying there's a Tower moment coming. We're going on a new journey. This upside down card, it's going to make people upside down. Okay. And this 8, 2 8s, walking away from sorrow. These 8s, to me, especially if you put them on that side, is recreation, and it's the infinity sign, it's creation, it's life going in cycles. So it's cyclical to bring us a new emotional way of life. It's that dang transformation card. Focus on the wish, what we want to have happen, not the destructive element of it. That took a turn that I didn't think. I'm going, that's not. But you know, it's not going to happen. That was the wrong video. But animals really, really, really sense what's going on. And we humans have lost that ability. Why? Because we're so keyed into breaking news. Who was the one that did the breaking news? Was that Wolf Blitzer during the Gulf Wars? Is he the one that started that? Breaking news. Everybody had to drop what they were doing. What's the news? It's breaking. What's breaking? The news is breaking. The way we get the news, it's broken. It's fake news. It's real news. All right. Well, let's look at some breaking news. So, without really getting into it, it looks like Trump said, yeah, we need to release the Epstein files as much as the courts will allow. And Pam Bondi, that ass kisser, for entertainment only. No, I don't think that's entertainment. Said, yes, Mr. President, I am ready to direct the courts to release any information that they can. So let's just take a look at this release information. Is it going to satisfy the MAGA podcaster, the MAGA voice? Wall Street Journal is coming out with something. So it was reported. I don't know if it came out yet, but it was leaked. And Trump said, I'm going to sue the Wall Street Journal, which means he's going to sue Rupert Murdoch, because Rupert, Fox News Corp guy, owns Wall Street Journal. So, whatever is released by the courts, and it's going to be heavily redacted, flight logs and things like that, we already know, right, is this going to satisfy the MAGA crowd? Charlie Kirk, who is, he's not buying it. But what about the Joe Rogans? What about the big ones? And I don't know. I tried to look at to see how many subscribers, what kind of influence that Charlie Kirk guy had, and I really didn't get a whole lot of information. I go, it didn't seem right. Release, judgment. Are they buying it? Is MAGA buying it? The big influencers. Judgment. They're judging this release of information. And I can't show this because it's got naked pictures on it, but it's going back to a simpler time. Six of Cups, going back to innocence. And she's holding, I'm going to drop the camera down, and I don't think, there we go. So she is holding an apple. It's kind of like Eve holding an apple out. So it's kind of like, here's a little carrot for you guys. Justice, they're not buying it. The devil's in the past. The addiction is in the past. Giving and receiving. Yeah, I'm going to give you some information. Yeah, but I don't know if it's going to be quite enough. No, it's not enough. Eight of Swords. It's not enough. Internally, King of Swords, legal action against the Emperor. They think that they're being protected and they're giving out this information with the Nine of Pentacles. And the final outcome is the Democrat card. This is, and I hear that they're going, why didn't the Democrats release it? If it was, you know, so important. The Democrats weren't like campaigning on this. That's why, you knucklehead. We have the Star of Hope as a clarifier to this Ten of Pentacles, and we got the Heartbreak. So this Epstein information, it's so deep. It's like somebody commented, I think it was one of our MAGA subscribers, and not, let me rephrase that. The MAGA subscribers, they don't get very far because they usually say something stupid and I block them. The Republican subscribers, all good. I'm good with different points of view on this. 100%, 1000%. I mean, PsychicDuck would ban me from YouTube if I didn't allow everybody to have a voice. PsychicDuck has a voice. You all have a voice, which allows me to have a voice. And I'm rambling. Okay. Where was I going with that? Focus. See if I could just learn to focus. All right, we're moving on. It was something about a comment that somebody made. Oh, it was about the release of these Epstein files, and they said, you think that the Democrats are so innocent or something like that. And it's like, I don't think the Democrats are innocent at all. Take a look at Nancy Pelosi. Look at how she made her billions of dollars. And I think it was because she had information, insider trading information. That's just me. My opinion. I don't understand how people in Congress can become so filthy rich on their salary. I know they don't have to pay for health care, but geez. Speaking of health care, $9 billion is being taken off of the budget that Congress already allocated. So right before I went on, I looked, and the news feed was weird because it said late last night, right before the deadline, and I thought the deadline was tonight, Friday. So that confused my little pea brain. But I guess last night they passed it and they said, yeah, let's cut this. So PBS is getting cut, and that just drives me crazy, because that's where I get most of my news, and it's the rural areas too that get a lot of their news from PBS. And I just think, I go, okay, well, I'm going to have to donate some more money to PBS. And I'm thinking, for entertainment only. Okay. Why am I paying taxes to the federal government when everything they do these days seems to be against what I want my money to do? I want my money to go towards helping people, social services, fixing roads, libraries, PBS. I don't want it going towards bombs and wars. Yet, it's going towards bombs and new wars. That was the other thing. Somebody on here that was MAGA on the channel with Lori and Sheila said something about, President Trump is keeping true to his word. No new wars. He only put one bomb and destroyed that one bunker or whatever. And I hid, deleted, because that's not true. He's selling weapons to the EU or the European Union or NATO, whatever, to give to Ukraine so he can build more weapons. I'm a hippie. I'm a peacenik. No more war. Hey, John Lennon, did you say something about what if they gave a war and nobody came? Was that John Lennon? All right. Okay. That was a ranting ramble. All right. Let's take a look at Medicaid data is now going to ICE. Medicaid data is now going to ICE. I don't even know the question. I'm out of focus. PsychicDuck, help me. Oh crap, he said I'm on my own. It's just so disturbing, So now ICE is going to be coming and knocking on your door. One of the things that Newsom said, okay, I'm going to shift gear because I don't know how to read on that. I don't know what to say. Is it going to scare people? Hell yes. Is it scaring me? Yeah. And I'm an old white guy. It shouldn't scare me. It scares the hell out of me. But flipping gears, Newsom, I am so proud of our governor. Now, I don't agree with a lot of what he says. I do agree with a lot of what he says, so it's a good balance. But lately, I've been agreeing more and more and more and more, especially with the pushback. And what he said was with Texas redistricting their gerrymandering their congressional seats. Newsom goes, look, if that's how you're going to play this game, Texas, well, we can play that same game. Now, we have 8 seats that we can redistrict, and you have 5. So, do the math. And this is what this new appropriations bill, somebody is not doing the math. We're cutting services that help people, that are designed to help red states and people who are in need of services, yet the Trump administration calls them freeloaders. They're not freeloaders. They're people that need help. Help me, please. I mean, I got PsychicDuck to help me. Some people, they don't. They got Alligator Alley. That was a bad joke. Bad. Okay. Oh, and Alcatraz. That was back in the news. I thought that would be, speaking to do the math, I thought that would be just stupid. It was closed for a reason. How much money is it going to cost to fix Alcatraz up? How much money? The reason it closed was it was too expensive. Ay, ay, ay. Put Trump in there. There's a new Mar-a-Lago. Put electric fences around, but he's more afraid of sharks, right? And Alcatraz, they say, has sharks. But, no. I don't think sharks really go into the bay. Not a lot of them anyway. But just outside in the Farallon Islands, yeah. Great whites swimming around there. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. What am I? Oh, I want to read on these cuts that are happening to the people who voted for Trump, who are not really paying attention to what's happening, because they're more focused on survival, day-to-day stuff. This new appropriations cut is going to make Obamacare skyrocket. And I remember talking about this in a year or so ago, that we're going to become so community-based, and that we are going to rely on community for a lot of things, for food assistance and for healthcare. Healthcare is going to be more energetic than doctors, and certainly this has been the case. We're seeing more and more doctors change their positions on things, in foods and red dyes. And I mean, you look at what RFK Jr. is doing, and you go, wow, what do we really believe? I mean, who do we believe now? So the distrust that they are sowing into the fabric of our government, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Going back to the initial cards, focus on what we wish to create. Follow through. Focus on following through on the wishes we need to create, not the chaos of the transformation. Okay. Keep shuffling these cards with no question. What is, how quickly is the pain going to come to the people who voted for this? How quickly is the pain? I don't want that. How quickly is the transformation going to come for them, where they see that this is not what they wanted? How soon? They're going to start hearing information from like unexpected sources. So this isn't so much Fox News. It could be, though. The news switches. It's like maybe it's the podcasters that are bringing them news. Maybe it's like their tried and true friends out in MAGA land. I think about my hillbilly brother, and whenever I talk to him these days about to try to get a temperature on how MAGA is feeling, because he is in the middle of it, and I can't get much information from him. It's not direct like it was before. It's kind of like sideways, sidestepping. So they're hearing news from unexpected sources. And so if I just think of my MAGA hillbilly, and he's not MAGA, but my hillbilly toothless brother, and he's not toothless. He is my brother, and he is a hillbilly. I got to be careful, because one of these days he's going to start watching. And then when he starts watching, I'm going, well, no, come on, bro. Come on now. We're all on the same team. We're a little angry. Okay. Angry Psychic Duck messed up my hair. Okay, so MAGA, how soon? How soon are they going to get out of this transformation? Are they going to realize it? How soon? It's being crossed by the King of Pentacles. Let me drop this down. Challenged by. So this is my Pumpkinhead card. So they're going to be hearing news about Pumpkinhead. Legal news. There's going to be some legal challenges, some harsh truth that's coming at them about the Emperor. Wow. Our dear leader. And at the top is the Four of Cups. Not looking at reality, not looking at the offer, not looking at the information that's coming out of this fish's mouth. Thinking everything is still good. This card. So it's going to, right now I'm saying it's going to be a while. Because if it was just the Four of Cups and the Three Cups were spilled, then the one that's being filled, he's not really looking at. And he would go, oh my gosh, there is a lot of spilt milk, wah, wah, wah. But what's behind him, all those cups are full behind him. So they're still not feeling the loss yet. They're still saying everything's okay. But in the potential near future, they're going to go, we need to come together. This is my Ten of Cups, my Democratic card. We need to come together because these spilled cups are not what we wanted. So the MAGA, the people, and it's the Republicans who are maybe not so MAGA but voted for Trump, the Republican, they may be changing to Democrat. And that is really, 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 really hard to do. It would be like asking you to change your vote to the Republican stance. It would be really hard to do. It'd be hard for me to do. But let's say, if something happened in the Democratic Party where it went sideways, how long would it take us to realize that it was sideways? I think it's going to take them a long time, but they're going to get there. And this is not so much a Democratic, it is my Democratic card, but this is the People's card. And somebody said, I got to pause. Somebody said, we're talking about the Antichrist. And they said that that the Christ consciousness is humanity. And so when you think of humanity as supporting each other and being part of the one root structure where we're all interconnected with Gaia, the rocks, the trees, the two-legged, the four-legged, the winged ones, everything interconnected as humanity should be, as it was designed to be, and we fragmented and separated a little too much. But that humanity of all interconnectedness is the Christ consciousness. So the Antichrist would be those that are trying to pull that interconnectedness apart. I thought that was interesting. Whoever made that comment, that was a good one. Internally, it's still a wild ride for these people, these rural people who are now going to see their healthcare skyrocket, their news feed and warning systems being cut by PBS. They're going to turn on their station and go, it's not there. I mean, they're not paying attention. They're paying attention to feeding their families and to working. Externally, they're getting information, and it's strong information coming in. I like this deck, the Knight of Wands, riding in on strength. This Democratic card, yes, yes, yes. People's card, I should say. The Two of Wands, hopes and fears. They're at a crossroads. They're going, where do I go? What do I do? How do I do this? Whatever decision they make with this Two of Wands, it will come to fruition. And they're going, if I move towards the People's Party, will that be good? Will that be bad? They're in, or should I stick with, what my family and friends and all of that did? And I think everyone's going to start switching. But they're still hanging on. Four Pentacles. They're still in this box that's a little too tight for them. Holding on. But they're realizing it's being clarified by the World card, a completion card, and the Empress card. New birth, new awareness. This could also be that they're being stuck in this Four of Pentacles because of the Empress card, the Russian influence on that. So they're getting more information that is going to lean them towards having a more community-based outlook versus just an American first agenda, which I think is toxic. I mean, I think that we need to take care of ourselves, right? But not at the expense of everything else. I mean, it's just not us. It's everybody, all interconnected. So this America First thing, it'd be great if it was America First as long as we're building up everybody around us. Because we are, and it drives me nuts when I go, we can't afford to feed the hungry. We can't afford to have immigrants come. I'm going, do you realize how much they're paying in taxes? Oh, this ICE thing is that's gonna backfire. Okay, I'm going back to the ICE thing. This is gonna make people really scared. I just want to look at the financial aspect of ICE having Medicaid information, Social Security information, home addresses. If they start going in and scaring people, that people now are going, screw it, I'm leaving, I'm out of here. People who have documents to be here, who are paying taxes, who bought into the system. They're paying taxes. They bought into the system with the understanding that the system, that it may then be easier for them to get their paperwork finalized, and they could become citizens or a green card or whatever. I'm not sure how that all works. But if ICE starts going in, well, let's just look at what is the tax consequences? What is the budget consequence for ICE? to have Social Security information, home addresses of immigrants. They don't know where they're going. They're fools, I tell you. Celebration. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm just, okay, thank you. Okay, okay, okay. Well, we got some dark times, but let me show you what I got, because it didn't quite make sense to me right away, and it still doesn't. Okay, hang on, I gotta pause. Okay, there we go. I had to adjust the camera. All right, so this didn't really make much sense to me. What is the budget impact for ICE if they start scaring immigrants away from paying Social Security? First card I got was the Fool card. They don't know where they're going. That's what I said. This is a new journey. This is kind of jumping off a cliff, or walking off a cliff, not paying attention to the dog. You know, got my burning bowl, little light or something. His eyes are closed, just walking out the door. Who knows where he's going? Foolish journey. And it's being challenged or crossed or enhanced by celebration. This is a female celebration. As soon as I pulled this, I went, this is us celebrating. And I went, okay, this is about ICE taking money out of the government's coffers. Tax rolls. New emotional start. New money coming in. New project at the base of this. So how is ICE adding the Fool's Journey, a celebration, a new financial opportunity to this? In the past, strength. Okay, so hear me out. Let's go back to the tree oracle. Maintain your wish. Maintain your focus on the wish. Don't stay in a transformational chaos and what was it? Keeper of follow-throughs. Keep following through. Keep your wish. Keep following through. What's the wish? On this channel, it's that we have a Democratic leader. Kamala Harris would be great. Great. If she wants it, she would be great. Let me drop this down. Go again. Going on a new journey. We're celebrating new projects coming through. Strength card. My Kamala Harris card up at the top. Queen of Cups. She's got a secret in that cup. And it's going to take a lot of work. A lot of diligent work. And Lori, Sheila, and I, didn't we pull August? Here's the 8 card, August. Hopes and fears. I mean, the internal energy of this is the Lovers. This got so switched away from ice and fear and financial whatever, depravities. It switched into the Lovers of the 3 of Cups of Kamala Harris, strength, legal challenges. This female with the sword, this Queen of Swords, that's an old white man's head she chopped off. And good thing you may want to look at this, and it's for entertainment only, but if you look at that old white guy, I am so thankful I do not have a beard. because that could be me. Hopes and fears, that we all just don't stay in our little protected garden where we have financial abundance and all this is good. We don't need to move. We don't need to be on this new journey. Keep the wish. Keep the follow through. We're going back to a simpler time. Walking away from sorrow. And we're shining a light on what just happened. So I'm going to leave it there because we are at 555-444. If I keep talking, it'll be 555-555. Anyway, so there's going to be a lot of going on. Did you get that? Wheels churning. Transformation is going to happen. Stay tuned into your wish. Stay strong in the wish. And follow through. What was the other card? Wishes, transformation, and focus. That was it. Focus on your wishes, your follow through. You don't need to worry about the transformation because we're in it. So, with this reading, it just shifted from a new financial opportunity with a female leader at the top of the reading, overshadowing everything, and it's my Kamala Harris card. Maybe it's her ideas. Maybe it's her. Maybe it's her coming out of the hermit to shine a light, going back to a simpler time, a more innocent time, finding the strength, using that strength of the past to push us forward. It's a good one to stop on. All right. I want to thank you guys for watching this rambling show. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Be good to each other. Peace and love.